guys, what's going on? James here, and today is your Bucs Draft Day 2 preview. Now, the first day of the draft was very exciting. The Bucs traded down from pick 7 and acquired pick 12 as well as picks 21 and pick 24 in the second round. And with pick 12, they acquired Vita Vea from Washington defensive tackle. Now that we are on to day 2, it's very interesting because the Bucs have 3 second-round picks and no third-rounders. They did lose theirs to the JPP trade. But there are still a phenomenal amount of players. There's still a good amount of players with first-round talent on the board. You have cornerback Josh Jackson, you have guard Will Hernandez, you have running back Darius Geist, just to name a couple. So what's going to happen? Well, honestly, I couldn't tell you what's going to happen, but I can give you a pretty general idea and just kind of give you guys some names to look out for. So, looking at the teams that picked before us, you have the Cleveland Browns, you have the New York Giants, you have Cleveland again, and then you have the Colts with 2 picks in a row. A lot of these guys have the same needs as us, which is guards, running backs, maybe cornerbacks. Honestly, Cleveland just took a cornerback, so I don't expect them to take another one here. New York just took a running back, so I don't expect them to take one here. Cleveland could maybe pick some line help. It's kind of hard to say. In Indianapolis, they might end up taking a running back as well. So where does this put the Bucs? Who can the Bucs get? Who might the Bucs possibly get? Well, let's first take a look at the cornerback position, which is where I think they will go with the 6th overall pick in the second round. And my favorite cornerback on the board right now is Josh Jackson. He gets a lot of comparisons to Richard Sherman. He's a very smart cornerback. He doesn't have this elite speed and athleticism that some people might like, but he makes up for it for being one of the smartest corners in the draft, arguably the second smartest cornerback behind Denzel Ward. I was very surprised when he did not go in the first round. I thought he should have, especially I thought he was going to go in the teens. He did not. So one of the dream scenarios for the Bucs, and just as Bucs fans in general, would be us being able to get Josh Jackson at pick 6 in the second round. Another name to look out for is Carlton Davis as well as Isaiah Oliver. Those two guys are still very good corners as well, and Dante Jackson as well. The reason I want us to take a cornerback at 6 is because the drop in talent between those 4 cornerbacks I just mentioned and the rest of the cornerbacks is kind of significant. So if you want a cornerback, you might want to take them there. Now keep in mind the Bucs could always trade up. They do have pick 21, pick 24, and pick 6. So maybe they look to trade up. Maybe they package a 4, something like that. Who knows? But all in all, I do think that they are going to take a cornerback at the top of the 6th round. Moving on to pick 21 and pick 24. I don't know what they're going to do. There are going to be some guys at the top of the draft who I don't think will fall, and that is Darius Geist, the running back, who I know a lot of people like. I don't believe that Nick Chubb's going to fall, or Ronald Jones. So after those 3 names, and if the Bucs don't pick him at 6, keep in mind all 3 of those guys are possibilities for the Bucs at pick 6 as well. Darius Geist should have been a first rounder in my opinion. Nick Chubb could have possibly been a first rounder, and so could have Ronald Jones. Those are 3 running backs who could have hypothetically went in the first round. If Rashad Penny could have went in the first round, then anything's possible. So ideally, you might want to get one of those running backs as well. And a lot of people are saying that Geist would be the running back to fall. So that's pretty interesting. In a dream scenario for the Bucs, Geist falls to 21. And you still get a cornerback, Josh Jackson, Carlton Davis, or Isaiah Oliver with pick 6. I also love guard Will Hernandez, and I also love another guard who I can't remember right now off the top of my head. It is actually Connor Williams. I love both those guys as guards. However, I don't believe Will Hernandez is going to be there. Will Hernandez might even get taken with the first pick in the second round. I think a team will trade up and pick him. The Bucs also might be in the group who is trying to trade up as well. Always keep that in mind. They have the ammo now to do it. So those are some names to look out for. What do I think they're going to do? Well, honestly, with pick 6, like I said, I think they take a cornerback. After that, it's a little bit tough to say. It all depends on who falls to us. I do believe they need to take a running back in the second round, regardless of who it may be. However, if the value's not there, then I would maybe prefer a trade down, move back into the 3rd round. The 3rd round is also going to be today. Maybe you get a 3rd round pick and some extra stuff for a second rounder. I I would prefer that if the value isn't there, but I do feel there is some good value there. And just looking more into the defensive line, I know a lot of people still want some defensive line. Harold Landry's still there. I thought he should have been a first rounder. That was very surprising. Arden Key's still there. Josh Sweat is still there. There's some good defensive line talent still there. Also, Rasheem Green and Sam Hubbard is still there. A lot of people are saying Sam Hubbard could be a steal. All in all, there's just some pretty good talent. Gun to my head, if I had to decide, if I had to pick who was going to be picked with pick overall 6, which is the most important pick right now, it's either going to be a cornerback or Darius Geis. I know the Bucs love Darius Geis. I love Darius Geis. I'm sure a lot of you love Darius Geis. If he's there, the Bucs honestly could very likely take him, just as likely as it would be that they would take a cornerback. So I think it's either going to be a cornerback or Darius Geis. Pick 21 and pick 24, that's going to be harder to call because we don't know who's going to drop down to those picks. But all in all, I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited too. That's kind of your draft preview. So for guards, look out for Connor Williams and Will Hernandez. At cornerback, look out for Dante Jackson. Look out for Isaiah Oliver. Look out for Carlton Davis. And look out for Josh Jackson. Keep those names in mind. I'll be posting all of them down in the description below, more likelier than not. And for running back, look out for Darius Geis, look out for Ronald Jones, look out for Nick Chubb, look out for Royce Freeman, and look out for Kerryon Johnson. Those are your 5 running backs to look out for, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Happy draft day 2, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. But until then, goodbye for now, guys. See ya.